Convicted murderer David Dooley will be in court Monday asking for a new trial.
Today, his attorneys laid out a case blasting the prosecutor and lead investigator. Local 12's Joe Webb shows us what they are accused of doing wrong. Joe.
Well, Rob, the defense filed this 20-page brief today that claims investigators held back some surveillance tape from the crime scene that the jury needed to see. Attorneys also claimed that jurors didn't get the complete picture on lead investigator Bruce McVay. On May 29, 2012, Michelle Mockbee was found beaten to death at the Thermo Fisher Scientific plant in Florence, where she worked. The case against janitor David Dooley relied heavily on the surveillance video from cameras at nearby Beckman Coulter. Those images helped detectives figure out who could have been on site when Michelle Mockbee was killed. Last fall, a worker in prosecutor Linda Talley-Smith's office found emails and texts between Smith and investigator Bruce McVay that indicate there was another surveillance video, a video she was not told about until after the trial. The brief says the video was taken 10 hours before the murder and shows an unknown man trying to get in the building. The brief claims Smith sent McVay this text on July 24, 2015, and it says, quote, "You allowed me to go through a complete blanking murder trial without telling me the truth about that video. And now that I know it, what the blank am I supposed to do now?" There's no indication she did anything until the worker sent the texts and emails to Kentucky's Attorney General. The brief includes another letter about the video from July 10, 2015 that says, quote, "And I get to live with the worry that someone on the defense side will find it at some point and that we'll all wind up in trouble over it. And the entire case will be tainted because of it," end quote. The defense says they only found it last fall, 2 years after Dooley's conviction. The brief also claims the prosecution only shared a sanitized version of Bruce McVay's personnel record with the Boone County Sheriff's Office. They did not share his personnel record with Florence police, and they admit that could be a problem. The brief included a message from Smith to McVay that says, quote, "I told you that I wasn't going to ask for your Florence file because I would have to provide it in discovery. I asked you what was in it and you wouldn't tell me." Today's brief claims the Florence personnel file documents McVay's involvement with the Good Old Boys Roundup, where he allegedly participated in a skit dressed as a Klansman. Now, defense attorneys say they only got that personnel file last fall after requesting it directly from the Florence police. Bruce McVay's attorney Ben Dusing says all the allegations are out of context and they look forward to the facts coming out in court next week. Linda Talley-Smith sent an email to me today saying the brief is filled with statements that are disputed and contrary to the record. She says many of the quotes are from a letter she wrote but never sent after a significant misunderstanding with Detective McVay on an unrelated case. She says the evidence will prove the allegations are unsubstantiated. Rob?
Joe, thanks very much. Both sides will be in Boone Circuit Court on Monday afternoon for a hearing on a new trial. We'll let you know what the judge decides.